a night where the opponent, recent history, and human nature were all adversaries. The Rangers refused to lose. Barely. And so the Florida Panthers have lost in regulation for the first time this season. Barely. 4-3 the final as we welcome you into the Delta MSG studios. John Giannone, Henrik Lundqvist, and Steve Valiquette, and a lot of exhaling going on in this room and the one across the street. What's the prevailing emotion after you win a game, not only given what happened over the weekend, but the way that thing ended?
Let's not overthink it. You just beat the best team in the league. Okay. You should be happy about it, obviously. It got real close in the end, but the way the game went here, I think if the Florida Panthers scored earlier in the third period, well, they did score early, but that second goal, thank God, it didn't come until the end of the game, because that could have been a real tough one for the Rangers tonight. I thought Florida Panthers played a really strong game. The Rangers relied on Igor a lot. He did a great job to keep them in this one.
Yeah, Steve, these numbers are astronomical. 45-18 shots on goal, 91 shot attempts for the Florida Panthers to 37 for the Rangers.
It's a good thing he's got 4 days off between games, because you're going to need it. I mean, that's rest, right? Every time Igor Shesterkin was getting ready for a shot, 91 of them, he's in his stance, he's in his crouch, he's up and down. He's engaged. And guys, the only good news about this game, really, for me, is that the Rangers only took 2 penalties. If they were spending a parade of a night going to the box, if it's 6 or 7, that game's not going their way. But Igor, credit to him, though. He responded after a really tough night in Calgary, has a great game, and, you know, I gotta say it, that's another Hank heist.
Hashtag trademark.
Hashtag trademark.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how many expected goals, as you like to track, there would have been tonight from a night where Igor Shesterkin made 42 saves. It was a night where the Rangers scored on the power play, shorthanded, and 2 goals 4-on-4, and that was their offensive production against Spencer Knight from Darien, Connecticut. Rangers took a 2-0 lead in this one in the first period, one of each kind of goal, and it started, Steve, with Chris Kreider.
Yeah, the power play leader, right? And he's doing his thing again. He's right in front, and he's moving around, and he's making the play in front that really isolates, but really shows how well the Rangers got through the neutral zone. And Panarin was doing that. You know, it wasn't as much east-west, but a little more north in his game. When Kreider gets the puck to the other side of the ice, though, it's important that he stays on it here, because this is his forecheck, all right? So this is a forecheck offensive type of play that this is the first time the Rangers have accomplished this year, but Knight ends up getting down to his backside here, and Kreider, after the really nice deflection from Zibanejad, finishes it off. But as you know, Hank, and it seems like every time you're with us, Kreider's scoring a goal net front, and we get to talk about it, but one more time. In the body for Lindgren, opens up the play for Fox, and now Zibanejad's coming down the ice with Gaudreau. Same idea, though. You're coming down the middle of the ice. You bring a lot of attention to you. Everybody forgets about Fox at this point. And the thing about Fox is, you know, he's not always just going to make a really good play. He's going to make the better play. And he finds the open ice. We saw it the other night in Calgary with his backhand goal that was disallowed. He goes to the backhand again. And for all intents and purposes, that's a breakaway. You know, everybody was gone. There was nobody around, and he's got a one-on-one play.
Yeah, I haven't worked every game so far, but when I've been here, you have Fox, you have Kreider, you have Igor, just what you said. And they're finding a way to win this game. They scored at the right time. After getting the third goal disallowed, that was a big moment to me. Yeah. How are they going to respond? And for the Rangers, that was big to get that third goal and not let the Panthers really get some momentum from that. It was a mid-second. Yeah, it was a very important time of the game, and they responded well. And we talked about it after the second period, how they started to play more like Florida, moving the puck a lot more, and they looked faster. The first 22, 23 minutes, I thought Florida was all over them. Yeah. And it shifted a little bit overall. Florida played, I think, maybe a better game, but in the end, it's about finding a way.
Yeah, the moment you had mentioned came in the second period after Florida had 8 shots on goal in the first 3 minutes of the second period, and Shesterkin kept them off the board. Rangers thought they had a 3-0 lead when Panarin scored, but they called goaltender interference on Ryan Strome. Less than 3.5 minutes later, though, the Rangers find themselves in a 4-on-4 situation against the team with the second highest goals per game total in the league. and it was the Rangers that scored twice.
Right, and it's open ice sometimes, right, guys? The open ice it creates a few opportunities that might not be there at 5-on-5. And when you look at the play that Miller makes here, at first glance, guys, I'm saying I don't expect him to challenge anybody here, and it's not a forward back. It's Mackenzie Weegar. He's a defenseman, and right here, you're not saying that this is really the play that you want to make, but then right now, when he turns and Weegar's feet are now facing his goaltender, it's a wide look, and Miller brings the puck inside, and this shot is perfect too, Hank. I mean, it's bar, it is south. And you got to say that, I mean, you haven't seen a lot of Miller trying people one-on-one like that, but that's got to give him a great deal of confidence.
Yeah, you watch that situation. There's so many good things happening. The way he's keeping his legs moving around the defenseman. And then the shot, Knight has his leg there. He doesn't bring his gloves. So really, the only shot you can take there is the wedge shot. And it was just a great move by Miller and big goal in the game as well.